Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. If this is your first time visiting me, I would like to thank you. While you're here, please like, subscribe, and share this channel. By taking this action, you will be helping this channel to grow. Also, take a moment to read my About section so that you can have some understanding of who I am. I will never copy another person's work. I will never copy another person's title. That is because I am authentically me. This work is a part of my bloodline. Thank you for visiting, and I hope that you will return. Please check out my other videos. All are welcome to share his or her story in the comment section below, because your story may be a helpmate to someone else. My channel is a no judgment zone place for healing in some sort of way. If my video does not resonate with you, please do not try to make it fit at all. For anyone else and everyone else that the message does make sense to, take from it what will help you on your journey towards your happiness in every area of your life. Once again, I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. Let's begin healing together. This is a Cancer reading. Hello, Liz. Thank you for being here. This is a Cancer reading. You know, Cancers. Before I started this video, I was doing a TikTok live, and I explained to the audience over there that I was not going to do the Cancer reading over there because a lot of other readers watch me. And so by the time that I did the reading over there, they would come over here and then they would make a video and try to make it seem like it was their own. So with that being said, I asked them to come on over to this platform to review the reading once I do post it. However, Cancer, there is no place like home. You know, for some of you Cancers, you may work in the field of nursing, right? Because you are a caring soul. Some of you may be teachers, right? Some of you may work in social services. Some of you may be relationship counselors. Insurance, medical insurance, car insurance, whatever the case may be. Some of you may love to garden, right? Some of you may think about becoming a midwife, or you already are a midwife. Some of you may love to indulge going to museums. So some of you may work as a museum worker because you love to learn about things from the past. Some of you are great cooks, right? And for some of you, you may think about becoming a security guard because of who you are. You love people. You want to make sure that everyone is safe and cared for. So security guard, some of you, you know, no place like home. Before I came to this reading, all I kept hearing was, there is no place like home. No place like home. So for some of you Cancers, you may be thinking about moving because where you are currently, it doesn't feel like home. It doesn't feel like you want to be there. You need to be there, and that you are needing to expand your horizon somewhere that makes you feel comfortable, because we all know that Cancers love their security. So, you know, Cancers, you're not quite happy without a hearth to call your own, a hearth, your home. Without a hearth to call your own. Your home is your sanctuary, a safe and secure place where you come out of your shell, relax and enjoy your family, your friends, or whomever that you welcome into your home. Home furnishings will be comfortable and perhaps a little weather worn by children, grandchildren, smaller children if you have any teens, and pets over the years, because you like to hold on to things. You're sentimental about old things with personal memories, you know? You become attached to them, which can mean you end up keeping objects well after their use date. You know, Cancers hate to throw things away. And I mentioned this in another cancer video a while ago. Cancers do not like to throw things away because you do become attached. Things have meanings to you. And for some of you cancers, food is your comfort and your passion. Like I said, some of you may be chefs. You love to cook. You don't cook the same meal over and over. You like to explore, to adventure out. You make sure that your food has an authentic taste, a different taste than your last meal. You don't want anything to be the same. So some of you are superb cooks, you know, and you are, some of you may be thinking about owning a restaurant, something small or a fast food place, to where as people come in, place their orders, and they leave out. However, you, Cancer, usually spoil your family with your culinary skills. People do love your food, whether they admit it or not. They love your food. Or if you're into cooking, you know, you'll almost certainly stuff your cupboards with quality goodies. You know, you love going to different types of grocery stores other than what your culture is, because you like experimenting with different flavors, different things. You know, you welcome something new. You don't shy away from it. Cancers, you're always finding the perfect excuse to stuff your loved one's face with food. So when visitors come over, you always have something brewing in those pots, and they are always asking, what is that? But you never have a title for what you're cooking. You just know you're cooking with love. Cancers, you make plenty of tasty foods. uh, some of you hate wasting food. You feel like wasting food is a terrible crime to your eyes. So you hate wasting food, and you feel like if you can't feed it to the family, your friends, or your pets, you know, you will then try to compost it and use it in the garden. You know what I mean? But cancers, no place like home. That's all I'm feeling. No place like home where you could get back to being yourself. So some of you may be daydreaming, planning out, thinking about moving from where you currently are at this present time. Excuse me, my mouth was dry. Some of you may be thinking about moving, and you want to do it sooner than later because you want security. You want to feel comfortable. You want to just enjoy the security of a home that you can call your own. You know, cancers, a lot of people say that you are sensitive, and as I always say, cancers have very powerful emotions. I've said that since I was a kid because I am a cancer as well. And I will always hear people say that, oh, she's a cancer, so you know, cancers are so sensitive. No, we have very powerful emotions, you know? It's if you call someone sensitive, that means you're calling them weak because they care too much about people, things, whatever the case may be. But weak is not something that a cancer should be called at all. Sensitive, you're sensitive to people around you because most of you are empaths. However, you have very powerful emotions because you care about other people more than that person cares about themselves. So you're always trying to lift someone, lift their spirits, make them feel better. Even if it keeps you down here, you always want to make sure that the next person is up here. You know, cancers, it's time for you to make a decision on where you want to be, because the universe is saying that it is going to grant you your desire to be somewhere that you can feel good, be happy, feel comfortable. You want to get away from the nonsense. You want to get away from people around you, the lies, the gossip, people smiling in your face and doing things and saying things behind your back as if you don't know. And you do know. So you're tired of being around people. You want to be comfortable. You know, you want to be as far away as you possibly can from these people. Liz, not a Cancer, but it does resonate. Liz, I definitely understand, and I will be doing your sign tomorrow. But listen, it's time to go. And the first thing you're asking is how, but don't ask how. The universe is going to be helping you with this because your spirit is saying, I'm ready to go. Your mind is saying, I'm ready to go because your comfort is not where it needs to be. And the only thing that's making you uncomfortable is the environment that you're in. You want to start over fresh. And for some of you, you moved to this particular place, to this area for a fresh start, but you didn't know that you were moving around petty people, liars, deceivers, shit starters, miserable people. And you know misery loves company, and you don't want to be that type of company. So you're like, okay, you can have this place because it's time for me to get away. So let us begin our reading. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Cancer. Show me everything I need to see. Tell me everything I need to hear. Thank you. This reading is for the sign of Cancer. It doesn't matter if you are a male or female because we all possess masculine and feminine energies. So let us begin. If the reading is specifically for a male, I will say so. However, if it's specifically for a female, I will say so. Spirit guides, what message do you have for Cancer? There's no place like home. Now, Cancers, the first card, some of you may be feeling a little impatient. You're like praying to the moon because we've had a few full moons, right? So some of you have been trying to use moon rituals, use moon spells, calling in your desires, your hopes, your wishes. Some of you are becoming impatient and you're saying, I need to go. I need to go right now. You've been asking the moon to help you. So for some of you, you have been impatient, but the moon sees and hears everything. For some of you, you feel like where you're living right now, you have been in isolation. You don't feel like you can move around in your area because you don't want to run into any of these negative people. You don't want to see them. You don't want anyone that knows them that say, hey, I saw Mary today. I saw Liz today. She looked happy. She looked sad. You're just tired of the nonsense. So isolation. Some of you have been in the house a lot, which is not unusual for a Cancer because Cancers will retreat into their homes, into their safe place. But even at home, you haven't felt like it has been safe because you keep thinking about moving, because you are uncomfortable there as well. You want renewal. You want things to change. You want a new place to live, a fresh start where you can have your peace, where you can have your comfort. For some of you, you felt like you've made other people the priority and that you haven't been the priority, but you're like, okay, I'm making a decision and I choose me. And My decision is for me to be comfortable and the heck with everyone around me. So you want renewal. This Cancer is alone. She's sitting there meditating to manifest a desired outcome. This Cancer, the sun is shining bright behind her because, as I said in the beginning of the reading, the moon hears all, sees all, and the sun is shining upon you. So whatever it is that you have been asking for, it will be granted because there's no place like home and you want to feel comfortable. You're like, hey, I'm not bringing any problems. I'm not starting trouble with these people, but these people continuously have my name in their mouth. People continue to lie on me. People continuously try to smile in my face. And they try to pretend that I am the bad guy. So how are you the bad guy, Cancer? Because you decided not to allow negativity into your life. So all you're saying to the universe is, I want a fresh start somewhere else. I need to be away from these people. And joy, joy. You will have joy. You will have joy. You will have your peace. You will have your security. You will have your comfort. It's a promise. So some of you, you may not even know where you want to move, but it's time for you to really start researching where it is that you desire to be. Because guess what? You're going to have joy and you will be able to move. You're like, okay, I don't know if my finances are in order. Well, they are going to be in order because the universe is sending you a surprise that's going to make you feel happy and you will have this joy. You will have this joy. So try to be patient because your first card is like you're impatient. It's like you're ready to go and yesterday. You're ready to go. And it was 6 months ago you were ready to go. Spirit is saying you will have this renewal. And you will no longer be in isolation because you're going to a whole new environment to whereas you're going to meet some really great people. You just don't vibe with the people that you live around. You don't vibe with the people that you have come into contact with because they are shit starters and you don't want to be a part of that. They are gossipers, you don't want to be a part of that. They are liars and you don't want to be a part of that. So you will have your joy. Look at this sunflower, right? So we had renewal and the sun is shining bright. And guess what? Wherever the sun shines, have you ever saw a sunflower? The sunflower always points in the direction of the sun. So this sunflower on her dress is pointing forward and you will be moving forward. You will be moving forward. At the bottom of the deck, we have passion. So some of you, with you moving, you're getting back to your passions, right? Because you feel like you can't be who you are authentically in the space where you are. So this woman, right? She has a crown on her head. So your crown has not fallen off. That crown is on her head. And it looks like she's reading to this older gentleman. So like I said, some of you may start going out visiting nursing homes, right? You know, speaking to older people, reading to them, spending time with them because you care about people, you love people. So some of you may be thinking about volunteering at a nursing home. However, some of you, if your grandparents are still here, you may be thinking about spending more time with them. However, you're getting back to your passions. You're getting back to who you are, because I feel like wherever you live at right now, you have not been who you are authentically because of all the mess, mess, because of all the mess that has transpired around you. People keeping your name in mess, and you want no parts of it. And you're like, okay, for my peace, for my happiness, for my comfort, it's time for me to go. These people don't match my energy, and I need to be around like-minded people like me. We can't have conversations. We are not into the same things. We don't do the same things. They hurt people and you don't. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for whomever needs to hear it. Show me everything I need to see. Tell me everything I need to hear for the sign of Cancer. Thank you. Spirit guides, what message? Thank you so much. Let's see. This card turned over first. Then we're going to hit it. Okay. We're starting off Cancer, excuse me, on my last message on TikTok. I'm doing a giveaway, so I gave my last journal out and my last deck of cards, and whew, it was a long journey. I'm going to slow down with purchasing journals and tarot cards for a little while. When I first started my platforms, I did giveaways. And with the giveaways that I was doing, you know, I wanted people not to become dependent on tarot readings. I wanted them to be able to learn how to separate their energy for themselves, to be able to understand how to read for them, right? Because not all tarot readers are authentic. So I didn't want anyone to get mixed in with anyone that was false. So journaling, also dream journals, your spirit guides, your crossed over loved ones, your ancestors are always sending messages. So I was giving away journals because I believe wholeheartedly in journaling, first and foremost. But we have the number 18. So listen to your heart. And you are listening to your heart. That's why you've been impatient, because your heart is saying it's time to go. That's what your heart is saying. You know, in tarot, the number 18 is linked to the moon card, which also represents these same insecurities and also things that are hidden being revealed. So work on your self-esteem. Look for the real causes behind your actions. You know, look for the real causes behind your actions, and your actions, you've been meditating, you have been praying. For those of you who are religious, and you've been asking the universe to help me to get out of here, show me where I'm supposed to be, where I need to go. You know, you have been focusing on that. So listen to your heart. We have the number 35. So look inward to be happy. Look inward to be happy. Some of you, right, you thought because of the words that a person said to you that you could trust a certain situation, a certain person possibly, but you realize that you can't find happiness in another person. That happiness has to come from deep with inside of who you are. So before you can even love another, before you can give to another, you have to give to yourself. You must nurture who you are. So that's why the first card also is saying, listen to your heart. Listen to your heart, because by doing so, it will guide you on where you're supposed to be. And you know it's not where you're at. So look inward to be happy. Know that you're not walking away from people that you even care about. You're walking away from toxicity. And you knowing this is helping you to be able to move forward. So you're looking inward to be happy because you're like, okay, I can try to be happy here. But there's no such thing as trying to be happy somewhere where you know your soul doesn't want you to be. So it's time for you to be happy on the inside so you can do everything you need to do on the outside. We have the number 43, love lives in stillness. And you have been still for a very long time. You have been still. You have even kept your mouth shut when people have disrespected you, even though they didn't have the guts to come and say it in your face, you just know what they've been saying. That's why this card fell right on top of renewal. You are being granted a fresh start, a new start. You are being granted this happiness. That sun is shining right behind her because you have been still. You have been still. You have been taking everybody else's SHIT. So love lives in stillness. No matter how people treated you, no matter what they said to you, no matter whatever it was that was done, you loved anyway. And because of that love is why you're being granted with this fresh start. And you're going to be helped in the most beautiful way that's going to bring you joy, because the first thing I'm hearing is, how am I going to be able to move? My finances are not exactly where I need them to be, but the universe is saying, hold on, I have you because of who you are and because of who you've been. We have the number 49. The number 49, your lover isn't lost. The number 49, so some of you may think that a person that you are dealing with, for some of you, and for some of you, a person that you may not be in contact with at this present time, that this person isn't lost. They recognize everything that's going on. You may think that they don't see things for what they are, but they recognize it. Your lover isn't lost. So this universe is saying that they see, and they see the pain that you're in by you being here, and they understand why you need to make the decision that's best for you. They definitely understand it, even though it may be hard for them because they thought that things would work itself out, but it has not. And you're like, listen, I don't want things to work out with this group of people. That's what you're saying. I don't want anything to work out with these group of people because they're toxic. You know, I don't want to be around them. So the number 27, see the world as beautiful. And no matter what, you're like, people have free will. They can do what they want. They can say what they want. They can tell all the lies that they want. But they're going to do it far away from me because you're going to put an arch in your back and you're going to tell them to kiss your ass. You're walking away from these people, you know, because your back isn't bent, but you're putting that arch in your back because you're like, listen, I don't bend, but I'm going to bend over one time to give you my ass to kiss. I'm out of here. The number 27, angel number 27, is all about living a purpose-driven life. So some of you, when you see this potent angel number appearing in your daily life, know that your angels and your ascended masters are telling you to have faith and trust that you are on the right path. Your meditations, your prayers, your affirmations, they're being answered. So seeing angel number 27 may be a sign that you are about to come into contact with teachings or information that will allow you to access this higher energy, opening your heart. Opening your heart. Remember the first card that came out. Listen to your heart. So you will be opening your heart and mind to new insights about service and unconditional love for all of humanity. You understand what I'm saying? That's why you're going to be seeing the world as beautiful. You know, you're like, okay, those people are who they are and they're who they're meant to be. You are just not going to be around them. You're not going to have any contact with them because you are not like them at all. And they are not like you. So you're like oil and water. You don't mix, you know? So angel number 27 is also an expression of number 9. So when you combine numbers 2 and 7, you will come up with the number 9, a highly spiritual number directly related to the achievement of our life's purpose. And for some of you, your life's purpose is to be happy. All you want is happiness. Excuse me, you hear the puppies barking. They're getting bigger. So all you want is happiness. The number 9 represents the ability to access your highest self and attain your soul's purpose in this life. You can rest assured that your angels and your ascended masters are supporting you on your journey of spiritual discovery. So when you see this number 27 appear in your experiences, it is a sign that you are receiving divine guidance and also inspiration. So have faith, Cancer. Have faith that your guardian angels are assisting you in your endeavors. And you actually saw that because renewal. The sun is shining bright on you because love lives in stillness, and you have been still. You have been patient, right? And you're like, I can't continue to let these people play in my face, you know? So you know it's better to move on, move forward, because you're like, I didn't sign up for this. This area is not for me. These people are not for me. However, number 7, right? This is the number 7. Follow your bliss. Follow your bliss. And look, it's illuminated around her. You have no doubt in your mind that you do want to move. You have no doubt that you are ready to go yesterday, 6 months ago. You are ready to go right this second, right? But the number 7 represents fullness in life, and you will have that fullness. The number 7 represents perfection. The number 7 is also a number of intuition, spirituality, and mysticism, spiritual enlightenment. As you can see, follow your bliss. You know exactly what it is that you want, and you know that there is no place like home. And home, they say, is where the heart is. There is no place like home. Home is where your peace is. Home is where you feel secure. Home is where you cancers could cook up a good meal, try new recipes. Home is where your peace is, more importantly. So, listen, some of you cancers have psychic abilities. Some of you, you know, those of you who hone in onto who you are. So when you see this number, your guardian angels are letting you know that you are on the right path. You will overcome any obstacles. Your angels are happy with your choices, so continue on your present path and you will be rewarded. You are being rewarded because you were still. You didn't go to this person and say, listen, I know what you've said, and I can tell you word for word. Can you please stop lying on me? Can you please stop talking about me? Can you stop making up all of these fictitious stories That's what you could have done, all those things. You could let them know that I see and hear everything, but you didn't. You were still, right? And you're like, okay, universe, I'm ready. Help me to get away from these false people. I am sick of them smiling in my face. I am tired of them smiling in my face. We have the number 21 at the bottom of the deck. Get out of your own way. The number 21. Get out of your own way. So this card is going to mean so many different things to so many different people. But you must get out of your own way. And that is, even though you know what's being said, you know all the lies that were told, get out of your own way. You know what? You have to let that energy go. For some of you, you're holding on to hate. Don't hate these people. Just say they're ignorant. So get out of your own way. The number 21 is a sign from your angels of advancement and also success. The number 21 is all about unity, fulfillment, and most importantly, your happiness. So when you see angel number 21 appear in your experience, it is an auspicious sign from your angels that you are on the verge of manifesting your desires on a large scale. So continue to meditate so you can manifest exactly what it is that you desire. And we know that you desire moving because where you are currently doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't feel like home. So you know that there's no place like home. And a true statement is home is where the heart is. And your heart is not where you are. Your heart is where you have peace, where you feel comfortable. Home is where you feel secure. Home is where you can be you authentically. Home is where you don't have to see these people because you don't have to open your door for them. You know? You don't have to bump into them at a grocery store, anything. You know? So it's time for you to meditate so you can manifest your desired outcome. And the universe is standing with you. They're like, listen, you've been impatient, but we understand. And they're telling you to listen to your heart and look inward to be happy, because love lives in stillness, and you have been still, and that's why you're being rewarded. You could have done so many different things. You could have said so many things, and you could have acted just like these people, but you didn't. You stayed solid. But for some of you, the number 49, the cards are saying your lover isn't lost at all. Your lover isn't lost. The number 27, see, the world is beautiful, even these people, because some people have smaller minds. So even love them anyway, because they weren't taught. Love them anyway, but you can love them from a distance. Wish them well. I wish everyone well. I do. I wish everyone well. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for whomever needs to hear it. This reading is for the sign of Cancer. Show me everything I need to see. Tell me everything I need to hear for the sign of Cancer. Thank you. Spirit guides, what message do you have for Cancer? Thank you so much. Let's take these. Thank you so much. Spirit guides, what message do you have for Cancer? Spirit guides, what message do you have for Cancer? Spirit guides. Ooh, that was a lot. And I'm actually going to take them. So I'm going to take Matter of fact, I can't take them. This is more than I anticipated. But one fell down. And so let me grab this one. I thought I was going to be able to take them, but I am actually going to reshuffle. I cut my nails last night. Well, sometime in the wee hours of this morning, but I cut my nails, so bear with me. I have to get used to them. Two more cards. Two more cards. Bear it, guys. Wow, they came out like that again. So I guess I have to obey. I have to obey, but let's see. And we have a bonus. A breakthrough. Cancers, there's a breakthrough that's happening around you. Something that you have been meditating on. You've been trying to manifest something. There's a breakthrough. There's a breakthrough. This card is breakthrough. So you will have a breakthrough. You will be moving. For those of you who desire to move, there's no place like home. You will be moving. So expect an unexpected twist and a few turns, but you will be moving suddenly, coming to fruition. So something is suddenly coming to fruition, and that is you being able to have the finances, that you are able to move and pick a place that's going to make you feel good, away from trouble. Away from trouble, because trouble is what we call these toxic people. They know nothing else. This is how they live their lives, and it's been the same cycle with them, and you don't want to be a part of it. This is your higher self. Look, she's lying down, but she knows who she is. You know, her soul has been calling out to her, saying, I have you. Hear me, feel me. We are connected. So it's time for you to connect to your higher self. Disconnect with the worldly desires, right? Disconnect from the worldly desires. You know, the ego is not who you really are, you know? But for some of you, you had to pull that ego out, and you had to give a few people a roll of the eyes, because you're like, I don't like you, and I'm tired of being phony. I know everything you've been saying. You've been lying on me. But Spirit is saying, connect to your higher self and wish these people well, because they're not following you on your journey. You won't have to be in contact with them any longer. We have Pandora's box. Pandora's box has been opened, let me tell you. And this love lives in stillness. For some of you, you're risking it all to try something new. You're like, I just can't do this anymore. So you've allowed Pandora's box to be open. And you know, for your happiness, you must give up something for the reward. You know you have to give up something for this reward. However, proceed with caution. So being that Pandora's box is open, you're risking it all for your happiness, for your peace, for your mental stability. You're risking it all for your happiness. Now, there's someone that may be asking you to reconsider walking away, leaving, right? And you cannot. You cannot reconsider. You're like, no, I can't be around these people. This is not what I signed up for. So this person may be asking you to evaluate everything, reevaluate everything, examine everything. They want you to reconsider moving. And you're like, I can't. You just want to be out of sight. You know how they say out of sight is out of mind? But unfortunately, Cancer, although you're moving and you're going to be far away from these toxic people, you will not be out of their mind. Because guess what? They're envious, they're jealous, they're hateful. And so you will never be out of their mind, unfortunately. But for you, when you get far away from them, they will be out of your mind. You're like, I'm done. Um, the hidden things of wisdom. So you're like, I can't deal. I'm gone and I'm going to be happy. You know, knowledge is power, Cancer. And you know that. Knowledge is power. For some of you, you've been looking at different places to live. And this has given you a sense of liberation, knowing that you're that much closer to moving. And a lot of you are in search of knowledge. So knowledge, some of you may be thinking about going back to school even before you move, or after you move, you're thinking about taking some classes. You just want to keep feeding your mind. You know, you want to just be happy, you know? And some of you, you're still learning, and that's okay because we all learn something new every day. But you know what? We have this elephant spirit, and I love the elephant spirit, you know? Let me tell you about the elephant spirit. My family, my mother is a big collector of elephants, my grandmother too. So we would make sure that the trunk is facing the door, right? So no matter where you sit the elephant, we make sure that the trunk is facing the door because that helps to protect any negative energies that come in the home with people. You understand? So this is the elephant spirit. When it shows up, you will be overcoming any obstacles that you've had to deal with. And you will have balance. And balance will bring you power and gentleness. Because once you're in your own space away from these toxic people, you will feel powerful. You will feel gentle again because you're always feeling on guard, on edge. Great blessings are coming your way. That elephant spirit, it keeps the negativity away from you. It keeps the evil entities away from you because you do have a lot of negative people around you. You have a lot of hateful people around you, but this keeps them where they're supposed to be. They could bring things and try to throw it in your direction and try to do things to you, but it's not going to work. That's why the elephant spirit showed up. But pleasure, you will have pleasure. You will have pleasure. For some of you, you may be walking away from a particular person that has asked you to reconsider this decision or moving because they're going to miss being with you intimately. But trust what gives you pleasure. They're asking you to trust them. They're saying that they can make this right, and you're like, I've trusted long enough. However, unlock the passion within. That's what they're going to say. Like, look at me. This is us. This is you and me. But you and me equals too many people. We have the galaxy wheel. This is beautiful anytime that we get the galaxy wheel. The galaxy wheel. What goes around comes around. Everything that everybody has done to you, everything that everyone has said to you, all the lies, all the hurt, all the pain, all the fabrications, the galaxy will. What goes around comes around. They're going to feel it. They're going to be shaken in their boots, and they're not going to understand why their lives are falling apart. It's because you can't help. You can't help. You can't hurt. The universe is anointed. When a person has done nothing to you, and you're sitting there and you keep stabbing them because of your pettiness, the universe is saying, I'm going to pull the knife out of Cancer's back, and I want you to feel it. It's your turn. You have to feel everything Cancer felt, but yours is going to be double. It's going to be triple. The wheel is turning in your favor, Cancer. The wheel is turning, so all those knives that were stuck in your back are falling out, and they're being returned to sender. You know? So some of these people may be reaching out to you. How are you doing? Because they know if they don't make it right with you, they're going to suffer. And you're not even going to pick up the phone. You're going to say, universe, you deal with it. Here we go. We have the owl spirit. So not only did we have the elephant spirit, we also have the owl spirit. And I love to see the owl. That's a wise person. That's you, Cancer. So look for the subtle signs around you. The universe is letting you know, here are your rewards. Get packing. Uncover your hidden potential. Get packing. Be who you are authentically, because you are wiser beyond your years. You are wiser. You already know what's going to happen to all these people that you're leaving behind. You know what's going to happen. They had no clue who you were. But we have in a bubble. They're in a bubble. They're stuck in a bubble. And let them be stuck in that bubble. Your bubble burst a long time ago, you know? So step outside of your comfort zone. Cancer, it's time for you to step outside of your comfort zone. It's time for you to get back to life. Get back to reality. Get back to the pleasures of life, the things that made you feel good. Don't live your life in a bubble. Don't go back to that bubble. These people are in a bubble because they had no clue who you were and are. So keep your bubble bursted. Don't go back in it. It's time for you to start living again, Cancer. We have the moon. I love when the moon shows up. I love the moon. I love when the moon shows up, because Cancer are ruled by the moon, you know? Something is not what it appears to be. Something is not what it appears to be. So there may be a person who's saying, don't go, but don't listen to that person, because they're not who they are pretending to be. What's hidden will soon be exposed. A lot of things are being exposed, but what's hidden will be exposed. And some of you already know what those hidden things are, you know? And you're like, I see you. I see you. You don't get to hurt me anymore. But there's no clear answers at this time. But let me tell you, you see this moon? Look at that butterfly right there. You will still have your victory. We have intimacy. Intimacy. Now, when you hear the word intimacy, listen, that can mean so many different things, but you are transcending the physical. You are shedding the old you. You know, you have a deep feeling of belonging, but you know you don't belong where you're at. For some of you, this is two souls becoming one. This is two souls becoming one. So some of you could have been in a relationship with your twin flame. Some of you may be possibly in a relationship with your twin flame, but you don't want what's attached to them. You don't. So some of you are choosing your happiness. However, at the bottom of the deck, we have concern. We have concern. This is the concern card. Don't let your fear stop you. You must push forward no matter what. Don't let your fear stop you. No matter what someone says, don't let anyone change your mind. You must go. You should go. It's time for you to move on. Face your fears head on. And you remember that card, um, the card with the lady wearing the dress. I don't see the card. With the sunflower on the dress. But remember, she had the sunflower right here and it was facing forward. But the sunflower will always face in a direction that the sun is shining. And the sun is most definitely shining on you. So face your fears head on. Stand in front of what scares you, what makes you feel uncomfortable. Don't let your fear stop you. You can do this. It's time for you to do this. So evaluate the risk you perceive. You're like, okay, what if this happens? What if this happens? What if that happens? What if it doesn't? Just know you're going to be comfortable. You're going to be happy in your own environment, in your own space, away from these people. You're going to feel a peace that you haven't felt. I really do believe since you've been living where you are, you know? You're going to feel a sense of peace, comfort, and happiness. And you're ready to go. You're like, I can't be around these people another day, another second. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Cancer. Show me everything I need to see. Tell me everything I need to hear for the sign of Cancer. Thank you. Spirit guides, what message do you have for Cancer? What message do you have for Cancer? Thank you. What am I most afraid of losing? So Cancer, we know you're leaving. We know you're moving. What are you most afraid of losing? As we grow, we change and transform our lives. It requires us to let go of something that was to make room for what will be. If you were to take the big leap today, would you feel scared of losing love, safety, or belonging? What if it was a big fat lie? What if it was impossible to lose any of those things because you have the power to give everything you need to yourself? Today's soul action, Cancer. Name that fear and look at the worst case scenario. Find a solution. Take your power back by being certain of who you are and where you are going. You're moving. Today's mantra. I move forward knowing I am powerful beyond measure. I am loved, I am safe, and I belong. And you belong in your home where you can feel safe, where you can feel powerful in your own space, where you can be comfortable, where you can be free, away from toxicity. We have, how does my body want to move today? So Cancers, how does your body want to move today? When we move, we change our state and raise our vibration. This new elevated state becomes a channel for more energy. Are you moving your body daily? Are you passionate about it? Is it time to try something new? Spirit is saying move your body daily. Start getting physically fit. Today's soul action. How does your body want to move today? Listen and joyfully do it. It's time for you to move your body. Move your body. You know, sometimes the body gets stiff as we're in hermit mode. And I say we, Cancer, because I'm a Cancer as well. So when you sit around, right, and you're not doing the things that you're supposed to be doing for you, then your body can become stiff. So your body will tell you, "Ooh, my back hurt a little bit." So maybe you need to do something to loosen up that tightness in the back, right? Oh, my legs hurt a little bit. So maybe you need to go for a slow walk. And then as you progress, you can walk brisk, right? You can briskly walk. So your feet may hurt, right? So then soak them. How does your body want you to move today? But Spirit is saying start exercising because you're going to be doing some lifting. You got things to pack. Then when you get to your new place, you're going to have to unpack. So it's time for you to get your body in order. It's time for you to get it together and start making the preparations to move your body so you can be physically fit. And I feel like wherever you're going, you're going to be meeting new people, possibly at parks, going for walks. You're going to meet people that are, you know, that are like-minded, that are like you, that don't want negativity, that don't want drama. However, Cancers, there is no place at home, but home is where your heart is. And your heart is not where you're at this present time. And Spirit is saying access granted. You can and will have what you desire to bring you peace because you have been still. You took a lot of shit from a lot of people. You've taken a lot of shit from a lot of people. And you will be granted your desires. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. I send to you all nothing but love and light. Good night.